I was just saying something similar to this. Listen to what they're saying, right? I think most people who are really deep into research see this and believe the same thing. It's not a guarantee, but I mean, listen, if you're in crypto for big gains, the big gains are yet to come. What people have seen, once again, is nothing. This article is titled "Crypto Surging Higher Than Expected." That's sound like what I've been saying. I believe that's going to occur as well. Soaring higher than expected as asset class now in fundamentally different game. Yes, the big money is right there, is waiting. And when they hit, they're going to hit hard. It says this, a former research analyst. This is a pro. A former research analyst at crypto intelligence firm Masari believes that the digital asset market will soar higher for longer. I also was saying that as well. I just don't see how that doesn't occur. I just don't see it. I believe it's like the companies are going to put into consistent use blockchain and hash graph, DLT. They're going to do it. There's no getting around it. A lot of money is going to be made. Not financial advice, just my humble opinion. A lot of money is going to be made. They're going to be at the forefront of it, no doubt about it. I don't know how many regular people actually believe that, but to each his own. But then not only will crypto be put to use just raw and outright, they're going to combine it with AI. They're going to combine it with quantum computing. It's by the time this is all said and done, the prices people are seeing now will be nothing compared to what they should be in the future, theoretically speaking. Let's continue on. Ryan Watkins, a co-founder at digital asset investment firm Syncrecy Capital, says on the social media platform X that he believes the crypto patterns, such as the 4-year cycle and altcoin season, are becoming a thing of the past. Yes, I don't know who this is. I don't remember hearing about this person before, but I'd like to hear more from them. I agree with what they're saying vehemently. I think that also, you have to, change is the only constant. Sometimes you have to move on. 4-year cycle, altcoin season, everything's been rising together. I don't see how that's changing anytime soon. Bitcoin is going to be dominant. It just is. It's like, I feel like it's something that just needs to be accepted. Nations are going to be holding Bitcoin. Banks are going to be dealing with Bitcoin. Businesses are looking into Bitcoin. You have these senators now who want to make their people, to give the people the ability to get paid their whole paycheck in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I mean, if all of that continues and is real, Bitcoin will be dominant for a while. Everything will rise with Bitcoin as opposed to Bitcoin dominance goes down, everything else rises. I don't know. I don't know about that. The continuity of it. We're already seeing the continuity of that, I believe. I believe we're seeing pieces of it be broken now. There's different elements to the game now, different variables. You got to adjust. According to Watkins, the digital asset market has changed with the emergence of crypto-based exchange-traded funds, projects proving their market fit and use case, and upcoming U.S. administration that supports the industry. Quote, think most people would be better off deleting the words cycle and alt season from their vocabulary. I can't say I'm against it, but he continues. Although crypto will continue to ebb and flow, it is a fundamentally different game now, with shifting market structure, maturing projects, and a new regulatory paradigm. Talk to him, sir. Talk. There will continue to be easier periods than others and speculative booms at sector levels throughout. But oversimplified models from the past are becoming less relevant by the day. I was just trying to say that. He summed it up nicely, beautifully. I wonder what the people out there think. Are they seeing this? Probably not everyone. Everyone's going to have different thoughts, but I'm like, what does the majority feel? There's a new age here. New age, right? I'm telling you, it's a golden age coming. Quote, before the next extended bear market higher than many expect, but takes longer to get there than most expect. We shall see. I hope all of this is true. I agree with it. Now they're starting to see it. Now, all of a sudden, pay attention to this. All of these people are now having this long-term vision of this bullishness of crypto, the golden age of crypto. People you never heard talk about this before, right? They never spoke like that before, but it doesn't mean they didn't know. See, that's the thing. People don't understand strategy. A lot of these people's strategy is to not let anyone know. that they're bullish on something so they can buy more and more and more. Only later, once there's no hiding it anymore, to come out and say, yeah, listen, I'm bullish on this. They were always bullish on it, right? So that's why you get things like this here now. It says here, XRP looks poised to rise 60% in the coming days. Coming days, I don't know about that. But the coming months, sure. Would I love it to happen in the coming days? Yes. I don't know how likely that is. I'm just keeping it real with you, right? Then it say but I'm going to read this little tidbit. Let me read this bit. But they know what XRP is about to do. The XRPL is about to do. Utility coins are about to do. They also know what Bitcoin is about to do. The golden age is here. They're telling everybody who will listen, and they're preparing. XRP looks poised to rise 60% in the coming days after breaking out of its prevailing symmetrical triangle pattern. Listen, today everything looks red. That's what I know. Everything looked red. Last time I looked was like 15 minutes ago. All right, so there's some negative catalysts. Let it play out. Has to play out. Maybe a little consolidation. Let it play out. Who knows? All I know is long term. They're not wrong in their bullishness long term. I've been bullish long term for 3 years, three and a half years, something like that now. So, yes, the future is very bright. But when is it going to happen? That's up to you. You got to keep your eyes open and adjust accordingly. Not financial advice. That's how I feel. But then you get stuff like this. You tell me, where's this coming from? XRP price eyes $4. It says in the quote, next couple of days. Like stuff like that blows my mind. Listen, to each his own. If they really believe this, okay, cool. If it happens, I'll take it. But it says it's eyeballing $4 in the next couple of days. Let me read this little tidbit here. Let me just give it a chance. Doesn't mean we have to agree with it. Let me hear it out. Let me read it. It says symmetrical triangles are considered bullish continuation patterns when the price breaks above their upward trend lines with a rise in trading volumes. The symmetrical pattern breakout target is determined. Listen, they're going by some charts. I don't trust the charts. I don't. Respect the charts, sure. They don't dictate human behavior. They don't tell you human behavior. Humans can be some of the most random beings on earth. I promise you, right when you think you know what they're going to do, you don't know what they're going to do. They're going to do something different. That's a fact. Oh, Rodney, he comes into work every single day. Example. Oh, he comes into work every single day. And you're just like, oh, you're just counting on Rodney this day. You got a big project coming in. You got a lot of product coming in this day. Rodney's one of the top guys. All of a sudden, Rodney's not there. You can't predict. Humans can be very unpredictable. So therefore, the charts are going to reflect that unpredictability. Right now, we're in one of the most chaotic times ever. People's minds are all over the place. They're worried about family. They're worried about, there's fires all over the place. There's things going on. Geopolitical tensions, political tensions, homegrown tensions. It's like all types of stuff. Pulling people's minds in 1,000 different directions. Their health is on the line. So people's health. There are a lot of people worried about their health. So right now, if you're taking into account all those variables, despite how it sounded when I said it, if you're taking into account all those variables, you're in one of the most unpredictable times ever when it comes to humanity. And that should be taken into account when you're looking at a chart. The chart cannot factor in those variables. It can't. I'm just saying. So it says $4. Listen, if it happens, I'll take it. But $4 in the next few days, do you think that's going to happen? You tell me. I'm just saying. You tell me. I hope. But hope is not a guarantee. I'll take it. All right. So, but what I'm going to grab from this to sum it all up, all right, is they're bullish on this. There is a common bullish energy to crypto right now. I'll take it. I like that. Good. And it's rightfully so. It's almost time. It's not time yet. You're going to know when it's time. You're going to be feeling so good all over. It's going to be ridiculous. You're going to have to contain yourself. Calm down. You're getting a little excited right now. Calm down. Don't do that. Calm down. I'm going to have to call the police. Calm down. So they're bullish on crypto. This is very good energy to have. Okay, so now let's move on from there. I just want to get that out of the way. I actually thought I had this article first. You know, this article here is titled, Here's Why XRP Price is Skyrocketing. Don't worry about that first piece. Then the second piece is Peter Brandt's prediction. That's what that's what I'm interested in. Because somebody's going to look at that. Listen, article writers have to have a provocative title. It's like content creators or video makers. You have to have a provocative title, something that's going to be eye-catching. Even YouTube even tells you to have that. YouTube literally tells you got to have an eye-catching title. It's like, how do you do that? And hopefully you do it without it being clickbait. But you're going to get stuff like this. And they're really talking about the last few months. They're not talking about right now because XRP is bloody, it's red. Everything's looking red right now. But they're talking about, so I just dismissed that. Peter Brandt's prediction is what I wanted to get from this, all right? And this is what he's talking about now. Now, this is not unreasonable. Right? If we're talking about in the next few months, it says Peter Brandt's XRP price prediction signals an easy move above $3 this time. He gave a short-term price prediction of $3.40. So if that's a short-term prediction, obviously I would think his long-term has to be much higher than that, right? So what do we think Peter Brandt may be looking at? Maybe $4, $5 long term, maybe a little higher than that. And I think Peter Brandt likes to play a little bit safe. I do. So $4, $5, something like that, which really means it really could go to like $6. If I'm thinking about all the times I've read his articles and I'm in a little bit of his psychology I've grasped. Listen, I feel comfortable with $8, saying $8. Yeah, like at some point in the future, once we're able to make a real run. We shall see. But $3 to $3.40 short term is not that bad. You tell me what you think. What do you think about that? The next few months, like 2-3 months or something like that. Look what it's done since November. Since November, things look good. It's still hovering around. I don't know what it is right now, but it's like $2.50, maybe a little bit above that. That's not bad at all. Coming from like 50 cents, 40 cents, people calling it dead. It's not so dead, is it? All right. So I don't think that anywhere from $3 to $4 and then past that area, then you get to like this whole $6 to $8. I don't think that's out of question at all. Not even a little bit, especially as if Bitcoin really, really explodes, pops off, which I think it will. No guarantees, not financial advice, but I think it will. It's going to pull everything up with it. You've seen everything rise with it already. Some people didn't believe that. To each his own. A lot of people told me that. A lot of people told me, hey, Mick, the liquidity that won't flow out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. It's like, okay, it doesn't necessarily have to go that way. So liquidity can be, let me not say liquidity. Value can be allocated to Bitcoin as well, or in simultaneously with the altcoins. That's typically what I'm seeing happen right now, right? People are putting some into Bitcoin, they put some into altcoins. People putting some into Bitcoin, they put some into these meme coins. People have been sitting on capital for a long time. They've just been accumulating. I think a lot of people underestimate that. People are going to work. They're going to their jobs or they're running their small business. And they've just been throughout that bloody bear market, what it seemed, people were just accumulating, saving and saving and saving. Some were investing, but some were just saving and saving and saving, putting that money on the side. We've seen that energy there, even with the money market funds, et cetera. That's just one iteration. That's just one example of people saving currency for this moment, for moments like these. And I think you've been seeing them allocate these things in that way. That's more of that's going to come, right? So yeah, we'll see how that all works out there. All right. So now let's go on here. So now this article here is titled XRP back at growth as transaction count exceeds 2 million. And, this is interesting in a variety of ways. But one of the ways that's interesting to me is that if the regular people are enjoying, if this is regular people activity, are enjoying using the XRPL, using XRP, and is functioning very well, they're satisfied with it. How much more do you think the companies are going to love it? Right? Well, that's the real use of XRPs for companies. But let me read this a little bit. I know a lot of people would debate that. That's fine. That's cool. Following an uncertain period, XRP has once again demonstrated its resilience with more than 2 million transactions were completed in a single day, according to recent on-chain data indicating a spike in transaction activity. This increase in network usage is indicative of growing usage of the network and restored investor confidence. Exactly. So I was saying that before a long time ago. I told you people would come back, and they did. Money talks loudly. The price chart shows that's a good movie also, with Chris Tucker and who's the guy in it? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Charlie Sheen. See, I didn't forget. Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen had a movie, came out like 1997. Funny movie. It was called Money Talks. That was one of, in my humble opinion, that's one of Chris Tucker's best movies and it's slept on. People really don't talk about it a lot. One of Charlie Sheen's best movies. And Charlie Sheen had a lot of good movies. Yes, I know. A lot of good movies, especially in the early 90s. Charlie Sheen was doing his thing. But you want a good laugh? Money Talks. There was a lot of good movies back then. Actually, Money Talks is a good one. If you like comedies, you want to laugh because the world's been crazy lately. Everybody's all intense. There's all this crazy stuff happening. Sometimes you got to make relaxation for yourself. You want a good laugh. But hey, listen, there's profanity in these movies. Understand that. It's not for children. All right. If you don't like profanity, don't watch that. Don't watch this stuff that I'm going to recommend right here. But still, good comedies. Money Talks is a good one from then. Then you had in 1996, you have Martin Lawrence team up with, is it Tim Robbins? And Nothing to Lose. Nothing to Lose. If you have a night where you can watch Nothing to Lose, that's a recommendation. Movie recommendation. Money Talks. Let's throw one more in there. What's a good one? I'm trying to think. There was a comedy. It's a comedy / romance movie that I want to recommend, but I can't remember the name of it. It's about a guy and he's a writer. What movie is this? Let's pause for a minute. Just vibe with me for a minute. And we'll get back to the crypto. No problem. It's a comedy romance. Help me remember, folks. It's a guy and he's a writer, but he's a down on his luck writer. He hasn't hit it big yet. Nobody believes in him. But there's a girl that's his friend. She's doing well. I can't remember the job she has. She's doing very well. She's like it's a power position, but they're cool. And he sort of likes her. She sort of likes him. There's a lot of crazy stuff. Let me not give a lot away. It's like, what was it called? Oh, yeah. So XRP back at growth as transaction count exceeds 2 million. The price chart shows that XRP recently, we had the best of everything in the 90s. Everything. Best movies, best actors, actresses. They were all tough. They were all cool. They were all good. We had the best bodybuilders. We had the best style and clothing. We had the best music. Are you serious right now? They can't be serious. Hey, look, get a load of these people. You can't be serious. Now everything's just remakes now. Everything's remakes now. Tell me I'm lying. Everything's remakes. They even brought back the black and white cameras. I see the youth. They're taking pictures. They're black and white. Everything's a remake now. From other time periods that were great. Oh, yeah. So anyway, XRP back at growth, transactions out the wazoo. Everybody's satisfied with that. We're going to move on here. I want to get to a little bit of Bitcoin news. Let's get to a little bit of Bitcoin news. All right. Not going to do these type of segments all the time. It's just sometimes I'm just flowing. I am a person. I like to talk about other things besides crypto as well. Like, it's YouTube. It's not TV. It's just YouTube. Oklahoma senator introduces Freedom Act. On January the 8th, Senator Dusty Devers announced the Bitcoin Freedom Act, a proposed bill to allow Bitcoin as a payment option for Oklahoma employees and businesses. The legislation, called SB 325, would allow employees to choose Bitcoin as a payment method and allow vendors to accept BTC for goods and services. Senator Devers stated that the flagship cryptocurrency could provide Oklahomans an opportunity to provide their salaries and investments protect their salaries and investments from inflation, as it offers a, quote, promising alternative for preserving wealth, unquote. Yeah, they would are they looking at educating the people on how to protect their Bitcoin properly? I'm hearing about a lot of people getting scammed or getting robbed. They're clicking on links in their text messages. They're clicking on links in their emails, and then their phones are getting just jacked, and they're getting their crypto stolen. Are people getting educated on how to protect their crypto? Are they getting educated on cold wallets, air-gapped cold wallets, things like that? Whatever you got to do, locking your crypto up like is Fort Knox, not falling for stuff when they see stuff in commercials that might be a scam, not falling for things when it comes to crypto in comment sections, because everybody's gotten their identities just taken. They're cropping your picture out. They're pretending to be people that you know. like not falling for that type of thing? Are they educating people that exists? Because a lot of people don't know that exists. So hopefully that's happening so people can protect themselves better. That's what really needs to happen. You have a lot of newcomers to crypto and they need to be educated on these things so they can protect themselves. It doesn't take much. Just put it out there for them. But it needs to be big platforms. It needs to be big platforms, right? I'm still growing. I'm trying to grow this platform. I'm trying my best. According to the filing, the act, quote, does not establish Bitcoin as a legal tender, but recognizes its use as a financial instrument and medium of exchange within existing legal frameworks. All right, so that's really, really good there. So now it looks like we have a little bit of Solana news. Solana price eyes $200 as it hits a historical rebound zone. Everything is down right now, like I said. And everything will rise together at the same time. Watch what happens. I mean, no guarantees, but that's just my humble opinion. Solana's recent price action highlights its ongoing battle to secure $200 as a stable support level. The altcoin has been hovering around this key price point, reflecting broader market uncertainty. No doubt in my mind, at some point in the future, Solana is going to explode. The net unrealized profit loss for Solana is edging closer to the fear zone, signaling cautious sentiment among investors. Historically, a dip into this zone has been followed by recoveries in price as the market begins to stabilize. This trend indicates that Solana could experience a similar rebound if unrealized profits continue their downward trajectory. Investor sentiment remains critical in determining the next phase of Solana's price movement. Should the NUPL enter the fear zone, it may create an opportunity for renewed buying activity, fostering optimism. This could be a catalyst needed to drive the altcoin back into a bullish trend. All right, Solana's macro momentum is showing signs of recovery. The relative strength index RSI recently rebounded after nearing the oversold zone last month. Listen, the people like to move together. If they see everyone selling, they sell. The big companies sell, that price goes down. They're worried about their profit. It's as simple as that. And they're worried about their profits. Their gains being at risk. And so they're going to sell as well. When the price starts going back up, they'll buy back in or they'll buy something else. And most people buy when things are going up. And there will be a lot of new people coming in as well, especially in the future as crypto really, really becomes dominant, becomes mainstream. Mainstream news is covering it. A lot of new ears are going to be hearing it. A lot of new eyes are going to be on crypto. Trust me, it's going to be tempting. There still is a harsh economic environment. People need money, right? So they're going to be more and more tempted. And let me tell you something. That's no leap in the mind. That's no exaggeration. If you look at the rise of like even online gambling, you look at how many people participate in that. Those same people don't participate. That amount of people, in my humble opinion, from what I've seen, there's not that much zeal for crypto as it is for the online gambling. Crypto is much safer than that. You have utility projects that really do something, that are connected to companies that give you gains way faster than the stock market. When those type of people learn about that it's very easy to use a lot of these crypto wallets and exchanges, et cetera, much easier now than it was in the past, for sure. They can, I won't say they will, I believe that they will, but they can jump into crypto. And that's a lot of capital to bring to crypto. But that's going to take a lot of education. Like I said, that's going to take a lot of mainstream covering it, and crypto, once again, becoming that much more mainstream. And there's a lot of new capital that will come into the utility coins, will come into Bitcoin. The top cryptos are going to be very bullish because of that. So that's something I watch. And Solana is no different. They're going to hear about Solana. They're going to hear about, and the price is not as high as a lot of other cryptos. Solana has a lot of room to grow, a lot of it. They're going to love that. In my humble opinion, that's how I feel. It's what I think. And so once they start hearing announcements about Solana, also the community is going to spread that. Solana has a strong community. At least last time I checked, they're going to spread that around. Hey, Solana has this partnership, that partnership. Believe me, it matters. As you're seeing now with XRP, you think people are just buying XRP just simply because the price goes up? No, they heard about everything all these years, and it's stuck in the back of their mind. So when XRP start going up, they start buying in. They're like, oh, this is real, right? That money talks. It becomes real when they see that money coming in. And so now people have jumped into XRP. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.